So I ended the last video by saying if you want to join us on the meditation train or the peace train, come and join us. And I'm excited for that because I think there's a lot of people out there going, I want to change, but how do I do it? I want something that just works. There's a smorgasbord of teachings and teachers and groups and activities, and which one is for me and which one's going to work for me. And I feel very blessed on my path as I didn't look too hard. It was basically this meditation practice fell into my lap and made sense. It was almost like anything I had started to be interested of or curious about in the previous years. When I heard the teachers talk about this, it was just like, oh God, that's practical. And oh yes, that's user-friendly. And oh boy, I can do it now with my eyes open or in a typical meditative, sitting with my eyes closed. It was just like, well, yeah, that makes sense. I don't want to be in a cave. I want to actually enjoy this beautiful world. So to have a meditation practice you can do with your eyes open while you're living your beautiful life, but also transforming the life you're already in, because you can see where you can enhance your connectedness to now and become more present and be aware of the negative or the self-defeating thought patterns, and they just naturally fall away or fade away by your focus changing with the meditation practice with your eyes open, which is really, really, really amazing, because it means the life you're already in, the situations you're already in, that you've been in for the last week, for the last month, with an eyes open meditation practice, you are now implementing the change to be present, to focus on praise, to realize the good, to live in a state of gratitude, to experience the connectedness rather than division, by simply introducing these techniques while you're doing what you're doing in daily life. And it's super easy, because if you can be thinking nonstop or thinking about tomorrow, then you can totally think a meditation technique. So it's not hard, it's just doing it. And how I started was I just had the intention that for today I want to make sure I meditate with my eyes open at least 10 times per hour, right? Like I wanted to remember the technique at least 10 times in 1 hour. Meaning that would bring me back to now. I was desiring to be present that much per hour. So I set myself little targets and little goals, and sometimes I completely forgot and life just went on. And other times I was kind of rigid about it and, cheerleading myself on because I was hitting my targets and stuff. But the reality is having the intention and the desire to start changing. And as you start to have that desire to change, at first it kind of feels like you're getting the wheels started, and then they just start to naturally roll and move, and then a momentum happens, and it's just happening naturally, and the new habitually, it's starting to just become easier. Meaning that instead of thinking these ascension attitudes, instead of thinking these meditation techniques, trying to remember 10 times an hour and being absolutely delighted if I made it once or twice an hour, it just became this rhythm, this undercurrent that started to just always be there, of recognizing the intention to meditate, the intention to change my focus with my eyes open, the intention to be present in everything I was doing. So it just naturally grows. And you know what, guys? It's really good news, because it means it's not hard. And if it's not hard, it's already kind of built in us, because to be present is actually our natural state. So we're not actually trying to retrain ourselves into something we've never done before. We actually are naturally supposed to be. We're not, though. We're, as natural human beings, we are presence. And then we just got into this weird thing of thinking and thinking and thinking, and then that appeared to become normal, and that's what humanity does. And it's like, well, no, it's not. It's just a habit. So it's like the naturalness of who you are is presence, is now. It's not this hard thing. It's just new or different, shall we say. And so it's really like you're just implementing this new direction, and you can do it. And when you do it, you realize like, it's like, whew, thank God I'm out of that mind created mess where all the suffering is, right? And if the suffering is self-imposed, if the suffering is I've created because I'm thinking it, what a relief when I stop. And that's what I want to say to you is just stop thinking. Just try it. See what's on the other side of thinking. Oh my God, it's so worth it. The pain and suffering is not who you are. You don't need to be like that anymore.